DC or Marvel?
Oof.
Movie industry or comics?
Ooh.
Both.
Like as a whole?
If you could like
Yep.
keep one, if you had to choose, one of them would get erased forever, and one of them would stay. What would you choose?
I only really care about Batman from DC. Superman is not a compelling character for me because he's just too like perfect. He's too powerful.
I
No
mean,
weaknesses, you know. So.
Batman
Okay.
is basically a PTSD rich kid, you know.
But he's a human being though.
He's very
like,
cool.
You know, he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable like that.
Mm-hmm.
And his struggle against his own darkness, and you know, from his what he's experienced as a kid, pushing him to do that. You know, the peak limitations of human ability and like conditioning and everything. Batman has insane feats in the comics, man. He breaks
I mean,
out of,
yes,
like,
in the comics, yes, but in the movies, like the only like I don't know what to say.
I mean, Christian Bale, man, he's literally half the time punching air, man. You know, honestly, like it's, the choreography of the Dark Knight trilogy is not
And the
nearly
new,
as good.
okay, did
as,
you
like,
see the
other
new
ones.
Batman? The
DCEU,
new
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
With
trash,
Robert Pattinson,
trash.
new one coming out. They're making
Robert-
another one.
Are you talking about Ben Affleck or Robert Pattinson?
Ben
Ben
Affleck
Affleck,
is
yeah.
trash.
Mhm.
Ben Affleck, he's an older Batman. He's not necessarily trash, I think, but he's just like a different version of what we're used to. He's very brutal, man. He's violent. as
What do you
hell,
think
know?
of him in like Batman,
Raw.
the Superman?
I'm waiting for the Snyder cut of what's it called?
Batman v Superman?
Yeah, because it's gonna get released. Actually, all the petitioning over the years, they finally actually gave in. Not even 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they're actually finally gonna release it, and it's just like because there's a lot of footage cut from Snyder's version, and this goes back to the point of studio meddling in films. This is why I think Suicide Squad was bad, because there's a lot more footage of Suicide Squad that makes it a lot better. Even though the Joker in that movie in general was pretty bad, Jared Leto, but the studio meddling often like really messes up movies because of
Why do they do that? To like
to guarantee
Suicide
profits,
Squad.
to early release. They don't like delays. You know, some of the best games in the last few years, video games. Let's talk about video games because this happens a lot more in video games. Have been the ones that release super fast. They're usually bad, buggy. You know, look at
Like
I don't know
what?
if you can,
What do you mean?
Assassin's Creed Unity is a popular example. Look up Assassin's Creed Unity. Facebook. It's a pop. It was released super fast.
leave Assassin's Creed out of this. It's my favorite game of all time.
And they really messed up the last few years, but they're getting better now. So like they're redeeming.
Oh, did you
themselves
see?
the last few
Did you see the Viking one? What was it called? Valhalla.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, I don't know.
God,
The
I
last two
can't
were really
wait.
good.
I cannot wait. No. Odyssey was trash. It had nothing to do with Assassin's Creed.
No, Odyssey was less Assassin's Creed, more RPG, but it was less Assassin's Creed in essence, you know. But it wasn't bad. It was a good like Greek, you know, ancient Greece.
I fell in love with Assassin's Creed because of the whole Assassins versus Templars. Odyssey was basically like all this shit that happened, and then in the end they're like, oh, by the way, piece of Eden. And then the story starts.
Yeah, it's less Assassin's Creed, like I said, but like it's more action RPG set in ancient Greece than Assassin's Creed. I know what you mean.
What about the Assassin's Creed movie? Yeah.
That was
okay.
like,
We will not discuss that. That does not exist in our worlds.
But it does exist in our world. But it does.
Listen.
honestly, man, I love
and it's
Michael
huge
Fassbender.
studios. Yeah. Why did that fail? When are we gonna get a good video game movie? Have you seen WoW? Ali?
Tomb Raider is not bad.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider isn't bad.
Look, we can talk about Assassin's Creed. I refrain from talking about the World of Warcraft movie.
Why?
Because
it was huge. You made so much money. It was huge.
No.
So did The Last Jedi, man.
That's true.
No. It made a lot of money because we were convinced that it was going to be exactly the same as the game. Surprise, bitch, it wasn't.
I mean, the World of Warcraft experience is hard to make it like the lore changing is inexcusable, but like I think the gameplay is hard to like, you know, because World of Warcraft consists of a lot of fetch quests, skill quests. I don't think they can show us like killing crabs for like, you know, 10 minutes.
No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. All the Christie Golden books that were based on World of Warcraft. All the lores of World of Warcraft. In fact, I am counted as a lore master in World of Warcraft from how much of the story that I know. They have, Ali, and I kid you not, they have 25 movies series worth of content.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, if
Yeah.
I can comment on that, I have read a lot more World of Warcraft lore than I've actually played the game. I only reached level 20.
Is that
The reason
true?
I got into it is because of the lore is amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
The lore.
What is it? Wait, can you give me like the basic, like what's the Marvel episodes?
By the way, to answer your question, I would keep
Yes.
Marvel and let go of the DC.
Oh
As
wow!
hard as
You
it is,
finally
to,
answered
but
my question.
yeah, I can't Spider-Man. Spider-Man's too sacred for me. Spider-Man just because of Spider-Man, honestly. Yeah. I used to be so into Spider-Man that my dad would lock the balconies just because he was scared I would, just come out, jump out the balcony and go like, it's like.
And you're like, shit, it's not working.
Yeah, I just like fall to my death. Yeah, he used to lock the balconies. So yeah. What would you
Anyways.
choose? What would you leave?
I don't care enough to answer. So
I would keep Marvel.
No.
I would say Marvel for sure.
Yeah, Mark.
But also
fine. I
like
won't be. I will.
DC movies are better. Like animated movies are better than the Marvel animated. Movies.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
for sure.
And
For
Batman,
sure,
I
for
think,
sure.